The cell was cold, damp. The air was thick with the scent of mildew and despair.
Arman sat on the hard cot. His only companions were shadows. The silence was deafening, broken only by the occasional drip of water. He stared at the wall, his mind a whirlwind. Memories and regrets swirled together, creating a storm of confusion.
How did I end up here? What choices led me to this dark place?
He walked towards the cracked mirror at the corner of the room. Each step felt heavy, burdened with the weight of his thoughts. His reflection stared back, haggard, lost. The man in the mirror seemed like a stranger, a ghost of his former self.
I barely recognized the man staring back. Is this really me?
Where did he go wrong? Why was fate so cruel? Questions with no answers haunted him. His thoughts drifted to his childhood. He remembered his grandfather's stories, tales of honor, bravery, and justice. Zubair, a man known for his honesty, was also wrongly accused, falsely imprisoned. The parallels were chilling. Arman felt a chill. A sense of dread washed over him. The walls seemed to close in, suffocating him.
Is my fate sealed, just like Zubair's? Will I ever see the light of freedom again?
He was trapped, alone in a cage of injustice. The future seemed bleak, a never-ending night. Years ago, a young Arman sat at Zubair's feet, under the shade of an ancient tree. His grandfather, with his kind eyes and gentle smile, looked frail, yet his spirit was unbroken. He spoke of a past shrouded in darkness, a time when trust was a fragile thing.
Zubair was a respected merchant, his life shattered by a lie, a false accusation that changed everything. Envy and greed had fueled the fire that consumed his life, leaving nothing but ashes of what once was. He was innocent, yet powerless against the tide of deceit and betrayal that swept over him.
Arman remembered the pain in Zubair's voice. The injustice he endured was a heavy burden. He saw the same pain reflected in his own eyes, a mirror to the past.
Is history repeating itself? The question lingered in his mind.
He touched the cold surface of the mirror. His reflection wavered, as if the past and present were merging. He was not just fighting his own battles, but inheriting generations of pain, a legacy of sorrow and resilience. The night was dark, the kind of darkness that seemed to swallow everything in its path. Arman walked, each step a victory. He had been released. The charges were dropped, but the scars remained, etched deep into his soul. The memory of Zubair fueled his resolve. Every glance at the old photograph reminded him of the battles fought and the ones yet to come.
I will not be silenced. My voice will echo through the corridors of time. I will not let my grandfather's suffering be in vain. I will fight. I will stand tall against the shadows of the past.
His heart ached with a familiar pain, a pain that had become a constant companion. The weight of Zubair's story on his shoulders, a burden he carried with every step. He carried the burden of their shared past, a past filled with both sorrow and strength. But amidst the darkness, there was a glimmer of hope, a light that promised a new beginning.
I am free. I have a voice. And I will make sure it is heard. And I will use it to carve a path through the darkness, to bring light to the shadows.
Arman knew the fight wouldn't be easy, but he had found his purpose, to speak against injustice, to honor Zubair's memory, to break the cycle.
I will fight false accusations. I will be a voice for the silenced. I will seek justice not just for myself, but for all those who suffered.
The world needed to know that injustice anywhere threatened justice everywhere.
Silence was not an option. He would be the change. He would be their hope.